This is going to be a very, very uphill battle for Argentina. There's not really a weakness that they can exploit, especially in the early stage here. It's going to be very interesting, I think, to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you look across the qualifier results for both of these teams, and you compare both qualifier runs for Poland to both qualifier runs for Argentina, and both runs for Poland on every single map are better than both runs for Argentina on every single map. So there really is not any sort of weakness for Argentina to exploit. Like you said, this is a Poland team that is extremely well-rounded, even in places where you don't necessarily expect the Polish roster to be well-rounded based on previous years. Again, this is a Poland team that has the highest overall average score out of the qualifiers and is ready to make a run to the finish line this year, or at least they're going to try to. Unfortunately, no protects, so we're not going to be getting a hidden one protect by...
I'm not sure what was going on there.
That's kind of funny. But yeah, like you said, highest average score for Poland. We talked about that yesterday as well when we were looking at some of the seedings in the USA match. But this is an Argentina team that probably is going to try to lean into speed. A lot of really good speed players for Argentina, even if they have a lower, placement on all the speed maps in qualifiers. I think that's still where they're going to be most comfortable. And yeah, we were talking about the bans beforehand. Hidden One, probably the hardest map in the pool. AR8, low AR, high circle size, alt tech reading hybrid sort of map. It's very difficult. Pretty no nonsense sort of ban for Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina struggling quite a bit during the qualifiers on the Hidden and Hard Rock pools especially, so it's not too surprising to see them go for Hidden 1 here. Hard Rock 2 was the other ban I was thinking might be a possibility, but Hidden 1 is by far the hardest pool, or hardest map in the pool, so it's not too surprising to see that ban. Free mod 1 out of there for Poland, the flow aim-oriented free mod. Also, not too surprising, Argentina, outside of double time, is good at flow aim. They had a pretty good no mod 2 score overall in qualifiers, so...
Yeah, definitely not too surprising of a ban there. And even though there are some flow aim picks in the no-mod pool, like the no-mod 3 and no-mod 4, for example, they're not really the type of flow aim that Argentina had a good time on, which is more just pure stream-based flow aim. The type of aim control or tech streams in no-mod 3 and no-mod 4, respectively, are not really their, it's not really their forte, so to speak. And I'm a little surprised by this first pick for Poland. We talk about Argentina and how they are a relatively good speed team. They have a lot of really comfortable players on speed. And Poland just picking right into it. Picking this no mod 2. Usually you expect a stream map in this slot if you follow the tournament scene. Not the case in OWC this year. There will be a variety of types of maps and a variety of slots. And this speed map in no mod 2 is a good example of that. 234 BPM. Primarily speed, secondary tech skill set in this map with a couple of tech streams, max LT cell stuff, and a couple of slider patterns in this map. But yeah, a little surprised by this pick, Fiery. I think Argentina is going to have an okay time on this map overall.
Yeah, traditional no mod 5 and the no mod 2 slots and slot pooling is dead in this tournament. It's not going to be your traditional no mod 2 flow aim, no mod 1 generic aim all the time. Granted, some slots are still the same, but you have the speed map in no mod 2. And yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. I do think Poland obviously still has the advantage just off the fact that their roster is so much stronger than Argentina, unfortunately. But I do think Argentina has a chance on this. Richo in particular, very, very good at these sort of speed maps, so I think they definitely still have a pretty decent shot at this.
Well, a decent shot is gonna have to be transformed into a very good shot if they want to beat this Poland roster on any sort of maps. Yes, we're talking about Argentina being relatively comfortable on speed with players like Milk and Rico and BTG in particular. Probably one of the best players on this Argentina roster, despite currently being ranked around 9,000 global. And a very, very comfortable speed player at that, is known in the ranked restricted tournament scene for being one of the best speed players in 5K and 4 digits. So definitely a force to be reckoned with, but more than something that Poland can reckon with, that's for sure. Definitely this Poland roster has a lot of very, very good speed players. You see Rafał, also known as Wypan, Rafis, Malashevsky, and Kasia Borowica. in for Poland. This is a roster that is filled with really good speed players, both in solo and tournament. Early break for Malashevsky, actually. This is not what you expect to see out of probably the best all-rounded player in the tournament.
We also have misses from Rafis and Richo. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but those two traded early on, so still going to be an advantage for Poland, just off accuracy alone. Bomilk not having the greatest time in the accuracy department. It's going to be pretty much where all the score gap comes from. Bomilk actually missing as well earlier. I did not see that. Rafis as well going to be missing once again, and that's still a combo advantage now for Argentina in the early stages of this map here.
Yeah, it's looking good so far, and this is why we were kind of skeptical about the pick for Poland, or not skeptical, but interested to see how this would turn out, because these are, this is what the players on Argentina are most comfortable with. This is kind of what we expected them to pick into, is these sorts of speed maps. This map, the DT2, the DT3 in this pool. So for Poland to pick into this means they really need to turn it on in the back half of this map. Combo lead now squarely with Poland, though, as Rico finds the drop going into the second half of the map for Argentina. Accuracy advantage still with Poland as well. The 95% on Bomilk definitely struggling a bit. And there goes BTG, 98.5%, but no combo left. Only Kagami standing for Argentina, as Kasia Barvika, Rafal still standing for Team Poland, with Malashevsky and Rafis holding on to pretty good supporting combo as well. And there goes Kagami, there goes the hopes on this map for Argentina. And Poland starting out strong, even on a pick that the opposing team is honestly pretty good on, considering their qualifier results.
Yeah, just an unfortunate collapse during that hard part there. Third of the map remaining. Score lead is already pretty much insurmountable, and it's just going to keep on climbing during the slow section. There was a miss from Rafis earlier to offset some of the misses in that hard part, but with Waipan and Kasia still holding on to the FCs, Malashevsky with the recovery combo after the unfortunate early miss that he had there. It's going to be a pretty solid first point for Poland.
Not much else to say. Now we're just looking for the full combos from Kasia Barvika and Rafal, hoping that Waipan and Kasia can hold going into the ending of this map. There is that, I think it's 48-note stream at the end of the map for them to contend with, so maybe we'll see some act drops on that, but hoping that they can hold on to the combo through the burst spam, through the slider spam here. Both of them still holding the FCs. Very well done for Team Poland. Over a 1 million team score gap on Nomad is absolutely huge. Even replacing one of these scores or two of these scores with a full combo for Argentina would not have made the difference. That it just goes to show how ridiculously strong this Poland roster can be. A little bit of an act drop for both Rafal and Kasia Barvika on the ending stream, but they both hit it. Two-way FC for Poland to start things out.
Malashevsky also missing on the last slider there, unfortunately. But yeah, very solid first point. 1.3 million score difference and 2 FCs to none. It's going to give Poland a very convincing first point as we get into Argentina's pick now. And they're going to be picking into free mod 2, potentially? Maybe? Apparently not. They are thinking, I guess.
I don't think they want to pick the free mod 2. He did not mean that. The instant, wait, no, don't actually pick that, please. It was just a prank. DT34, DT2.
How does that work?
I think this is a fine pick. I think either DT3 or DT2 for Argentina would be good. Yeah, Poland won the Nomad 2, right? Poland is also seed number 2 overall, had the best score in the qualifiers on DT2, had the number 2 score in qualifiers on DT3, had a really good performance in qualifiers overall, highest average score in qualifiers, right? The chances of you winning a pick, even if it's something that you're strong on versus this team as seed number 31, is very, very low, assuming that both teams are playing at their best potential, right? So you just got to go with what you're comfortable with and hope that Team Poland has some unfortunate mishaps, slider breaks in the middle of the map, for example, and on a map where you are most comfortable, that sort of thing is more likely to happen.
Well, we definitely saw a couple of unlucky misses from the side of Poland. If that happens again and Argentina holds their nerve and gets those combos sorted out, then upset potential is pretty high on this. We'll see what happens as we get into the start of the map here.
Yeah, pretty much the same roster for both of these teams. No surprises there. Early slider break for BTG is a little surprising. Maybe some adjustment issues going into the higher approach rate on this map for BTG. Accuracy starting to claw back up for him now after those early act drops and breaks. But there's another miss and another act drop for BTG. Not looking good at the start of this map for Argentina. Accuracy for Poland all pretty good outside of YPAN. Raffle holding the 96, but even then, 2% up on BTG with those breaks included. So 4-way full combo to 3-way full combo, definitely favoring Poland a quarter of the way in right now.
Higher overall accuracies on the FCs as well. 98% across the board on the FCs for Argentina. 99, except for Rafael. It's going to be pretty much staying that way. No breaks from anyone outside of those early breaks from BTG as we get into nearing the halfway point of the map.
And this is exactly the kind of point in the map where you're hoping, if you're rooting for Argentina to take a point, you are hoping and praying that one of these members on the side of Poland finds some kind of unfortunate slider break, or ideally two of them, but you can only hope and pray for so much, right? This is a really, really consistent team. We already saw it on the Nomad 2, and this map definitely a little bit more comfortable for most players than something like the Nomad 2. Yeah, there's these doubles in the middle section, but none of these players really struggling with that whatsoever. Very high accuracy on both Malashevsky and Rapis as well, 99.75 and 99.45 respectively for those two players. Not quite 99% for Kagami on the side of Argentina, their highest accuracy. Very closely followed by Bomilk, but unfortunately those early breaks and early act drops from BTG kind of haunting this Argentina roster as everyone on Poland still holding the full combo. 4-way FC intact into the last quarter of the map, Fiery.
Yeah, we already saw a 4-way FC on this map earlier from the United States, and this kind of is just going to be, I guess, a replication of that. It's literally the only misses from BTG making the difference right now. If those misses didn't happen, Argentina actually could have had the lead, potentially, as Kessia drops quite a bit of accuracy at the end. But as we get into the ending, nope, that's not going to happen. And another 4-way FC, and it's a 3-way FC, and basically a full combo from BTG. But it's literally just those misses, and that made all the difference, the 300k difference.
Yeah, and unfortunately, even if BTG had full comboed the map with that accuracy, would not have made a difference. 337k score difference, and you can only get 1.2 million with a double S on Score V2 for double time. So there just would not have been enough score on BTG's full combo to overcome the accuracy difference that Poland put up. 3x100 full combo for Malashevsky, definitely helping contribute to that act diff overall.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that, unfortunately. You have a very, very good team score in Argentina on that. 4.4 million is nothing to scoff at, but just can't really compete when there's a 4-way FC on the other side with 99% across the board, and they're going to just immediately pick into DT3. They just do not care.
I mean, even Argentina is saying it in chat. They're like, "Come on, man, that was our pick. Like, what are you doing? We want to pick this map." But Poland is just confident enough in their DT and speed skill to pick into this kind of stuff. Again, this is the team with the #1 run on Double Time 2 in qualifiers, a much harder speed map at that, and really the only kind of pure test of speed that existed in the qualifiers map pool. Yeah, there's DT3, but that's more of a like 200 BPM sped up alt style map with a
I was gonna say,
290
that's not
triple section and aim section, right? It's not really a speed map in the traditional sense, like this DT2, DT3, and Nomad 2 are. And so for Poland, they have supreme confidence in their speed because they've already shown that they can be the single best speed team in this tournament in the qualifiers.
Oh, let's see how both these teams perform on the next speed pick. 260 BPM bursts on this one, mostly 5 bursts, if I'm remembering correctly. And it gets right into it. There's not really any hesitation with it whatsoever. You just immediately get blasted by the speed after these slow sliders in the beginning.
Little high approach rate on this map also. AR 10.2 exactly, so AR 8.8 before double time. This does say 4.7 stars with double time. This is closer to high 6 star rating local or low 7 star rating online. Early break from Rico on the side of Argentina. Bomilk, Kagami, BTG in once again. This is the speed roster for Argentina and the speed roster for Poland once again unchanged on this map, as they've just kept in the same 8 players for both of these teams the entire time this match has gone on. We have only played speed maps, and Poland continuing to come out on top so far. First quarter of the map, a 90k score lead based purely off the early misses for Bomilk and Rico, alongside the AC gap that once again exists on this map. 3 members at high 99 for Team Poland, Kasia Borowica as well with 98.7, which is better than any accuracy on Argentina right now.
BTG as well, dropping a message. Just Kagami now holding on to the FC for dear life against still 4 FCs on the side of Poland. 3 99s and an almost 99 from Kasia. And it is already not looking too hot. Halfway through the map, and this score lead is at 350k and climbing.
Yeah, this is just kind of what you expect from this matchup, right? It's Argentina at seed 31 and Poland at seed number 2 with the highest average score of anyone in the qualifiers, and the best speed score of any team in the qualifiers, right? So this kind of consistency is what we've kind of come to expect from this Poland roster. Players like Malashevsky, who are consistent even into much higher star rating pools than this round of 32. Rafał and Rafis, both with very, very good DT scores in tournament over the years. Rafał more recently, being known as YPAN, and setting tons of really good scores for Poland, especially in 3-digit World Cup. And of course, Rafis, one of the oldest players on Team Poland at this point. And Kasia Borowica, the new member, I'm honestly pleasantly surprised that he is this consistent in tournament. I think it bodes really, really well for their roster going into some of the later stages of the tournament. If a player like this, who is brand new to the roster, can be super consistent in tournament, even in the early stages where consistency issues are really the only thing that can plague these higher skill cap teams. By the way, Rafał did find a miss, so it's not going to be the 4-way full combo, but the conclusion is already foregone in this map.
Yeah, Poland really likes double time, I think is the conclusion we can get from this. 399% FCs. Malashevsky holding on to a 1x100 for a good chunk of that map. Still going to be above 1.2 million thanks to that spinner alongside Rafis. And yeah, completely outclassed is the way to say that. 2 million score gap. Not much you can do about that. Just move on to the next pick.
Yeah, 3 members at 1.2 mil for Poland on that one. 11 100s for both Rafis and Kasia Borowica. 150 for Kasia, but not mattering there with the extra spinner. Malashevsky 4x100 on that map and above 1.2 mil. It's just one slider break for Rafał. That's the only break on the team, and only 12 100s as well for him. So what can you do, right? What can you do if you are Team Argentina in this situation, right? You have lost now 3 speed picks in a row. You have to pick something else. You don't want to pick into more speed when this Team Poland is clearly outclassing you on it, but this is forcing you now into picking something that you are much less comfortable with as a team, which is never really where you want to be. And yeah, Rico saying they're grinding gears, thinking about the pick, trying to figure out where to go from here. I can tell you where they're not going to go is the hard rock and hidden pools. Poland with far, far better scores in the qualifier on both of those mod pools. So I'm thinking it's probably a no mod pick.
As you
it's
say that.
Too, actually. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking DT1 personally. I mean, obviously you're still probably going to get outclassed by Poland on DT, just how DT2 and DT3 went. But DT1, I think, is probably the best chance Argentina has remaining in the pool. No, hidden 2 is going to be the pick. Not the low AR hidden this time around. It's going to be the awkward aim hidden that you normally see in the hidden 1 slot. Brought to you by Will Stetson. new featured artist announced this week.
Shout out to Will Stetson. Yeah, like you said, this is not the typical or traditional Hidden 2. That pick is more so in the Hidden 1 this week, and targets the same skill sets as Hidden 1 from qualifiers, but with AR8. So this one a lot more comfortable. Still awkward, still AR9, still with the Hidden mod, and at 200 BPM there is a significant enough object density in this map to make it a little difficult for a lot of players to deal with. But Argentina hoping the aim consistency will help them out on this one. Different rosters for the first time in this match. Mastash and Michny joining Malashevsky and Kasia Barwitska. Excuse me. Bullmilk, Kagami, BTG all staying in. PP Poo 977 joining Argentina.
I could just tell you did not want to say
that. Somebody's got to do it. Am I right? Somebody's got to do it. Early break.
That's a soundbite for Dio right there.
OWC names. OWC player names, everybody.
Mustache as well. Trading the early miss from Bullmilk, so combo is going to remain relatively equal. Accuracy lead in favor of Poland with the double S from Michny and Malashevsky. PP Poo and Kagami going to be missing as well. So Poland now with a pretty sizable combo advantage going into the first chorus here.
Yeah, and honestly, this is kind of what we expect, right? Poland is also a very, very good hidden team. Players like Michny and Mastash are very, very comfortable on hidden. Mastash with hidden applied on a lot of his top plays, which are more difficult with hidden than something like this is, that's for sure. And there go a couple more misses for Bullmilk and BTG. Not that the Team Argentina is bad at hidden, but that they are... we've said it before on the DT, simply outclassed by just how good this Team Poland roster is. It's an uphill battle on every map for Argentina right from the start. And unfortunately now with no full combos left and another combo break for Kagami and BTG versus the three-way full combo still intact for Michny, Malashevsky, and Kasia Barwitska, alongside the really good supporting combo from Mustache. It's looking a little bit doomed. Looking a little bit doomed for Argentina here.
Yeah, Poland just not putting out anything for Argentina to really capitalize on here. Still two double S's on the side of Michny and Malashevsky as we approach the halfway point of the map. This is where I think we might see a couple of the FCs miss. There are a couple linear patterns in this section in particular that I think are miss potential coming up right around here. There goes Michny on that first one, and there goes Mustache on the next one. But other than that, two FCs still holding on through that section. It is pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, look at the score lead. It's 900k and climbing for Poland right now. PP Poo with another miss for Argentina, and Kagami and Bullmilk to trade it out as well. Kasia Barwitska will find the drop for Poland, so it will not be the two-way FC, but Malashevsky still holding on with the double S intact 3/4 of the way into the map. Seemingly no trouble for Team Poland on this pick either. No four-way FC or three-way FC this time around for Poland, but it's still going to be a very, very convincing win on this Hidden 2. And at this point, it's all about what the last pick for Poland is going to be. Maybe we see them pick into the DT1, the last remaining double time in the pool. Maybe we see them go into one of the hard rocks where Argentina had a pretty rough performance in the qualifiers. But Poland really with pick of the litter at this point for whatever sort of map they want to try and play up against seed number 31.
I also wanted to just confirm for myself, since chat was saying it, Malashevsky SS that map with an MP3 that had about 100 milliseconds of delay.
Oh.
So, you know, we do a little bit of trolling.
Just listen to the hit sounds. Just listen to the hit sounds. That simple.
I mean, whatever works, you know. But yeah, Poland now with their next pick, and they have pretty much the entire pool that I think they could pick at this point and have it be reasonable. I think realistically, probably a DT1 or Hard Rock 2 pick, just based on how everything has gone from this match so far.
Can agree with that.
Might see a couple of weird throwbacks though. Oh, DT1 is going to be the pick.
Yep. Satellite Senya DT. Just look up your local 3-star hard diff mapped by satellite and make it a little bit more difficult. That's exactly what this map is. If you haven't played Satellite Senya Double Time at this point, you've just been living under a rock, right? Like, this is one of the staples of standard at this point is Satellite Senya DT. Something that has been around for years and years and years and continues to be a staple for DT players and farm players alike. It's mostly aim. There's some bursts, but they're pretty low BPM. It's only 225 BPM. This map is also only AR10, so not quite high approach rate like we had in qualifiers or for Double Time 3. So this is going to be pretty comfortable for the vast majority of players, even if you're not a DT main per se.
I do want to add on, I don't necessarily think newer players would have the familiarity with Senya satellite maps. I don't think necessarily they're as well known as they used to be about a couple years ago, but nonetheless, very much a staple in the mapping community if you are into that sort of thing. And what you see is what you get. Aim map with some bursts. AR-10 after Double Time.
Not a lot else to say about this. Same roster for most of Poland as the previous speed picks. And yeah, same 4 players for them. Amuro coming in for Argentina and Slina coming in for Argentina to join Bomilk and Pee Poo Poo.
I'm sorry.
Can we change this guy's name? Can we get a name revert? Like,
no, you just call him 997. Just call him 997. There you go.
That's a good one. We'll go with that. 997. Early break for 997, and that's kind of it. That's the only thing that's unfortunately holding Argentina back right now. Accuracy for Slina really struggling at the moment, though. 96% accuracy compared to 99 plus for every member of Poland.
Yeah, not really that much you could say. Going into the break, they're going to see that. And they're just going to have to hope that Poland collapses. And just based on how the other maps have gone so far, not looking very likely, all things considered. Early miss from Pee Poo Poo and the accuracy from Slina. It's making all the difference right now. We'll see if it changes as the map progresses halfway through. So still opportunity for Poland to maybe get some unlucky misses here and there. If there is a map to get unlucky misses on, it is the aim pick. So we'll see what happens.
Fiery, fun fact, did you know that this lyric breakdown is the same as the one that's in Saigetsu, Japanese Goblins?
I mean, it's a Toho remix, so it's kind of expected.
Oh, Raf is actually finding a break there right in the middle of the map. This might be the opportunity Argentina needs. Hold on now. Everyone on Argentina is holding. It's 3 full combos to 3, and there goes Bomilk and Slina. Okay, well.
Why did you have to mention it? There goes all the FCs.
The door was open a little bit. The door was open a little bit, but unfortunately, not enough time for Argentina to slip through, that's for sure.
Pee Poo Poo with the highest combo now outside of Argentina. I will say it if you're not going to say it, Theo. I'm taking one for the team there. Rafael as well with a miss. Not going to matter, though. Double FC on the side of Poland still with Kasia Malashevsky. That's going to just about do it.
And there goes Pee Poo Poo 997 as well. No! There goes all of the combo for Argentina. 4 million plus team score for Poland. 99.87 on Malashevsky. 99.61 on Kasia Barwicka. And that is GG. 5-0 sweep for Poland sweeping Argentina into the losers bracket with aplomb, honestly, picking right into the strengths of Team Argentina and still convincingly winning every single pick in this match.
Yeah, not much you can do about that. Poland is number 2 seed for a reason. They are very good. And you saw that with the round of 32. Lots of high scores across the entire board. 4-way FC on DT2. 3-way FC on DT3. This team is a hell of a force to be reckoned with, and they're going to be progressing into round of 16 pretty convincingly. Argentina now dropping to the losers bracket, not out quite yet. They'll have another chance at redemption in there.
Argentina will be facing off against the loser of France versus Brazil, so it will be a chance at redemption, but going to be a pretty difficult chance, that's for sure. France and Brazil are both pretty solid teams in this World Cup, so good luck to Argentina versus them. Poland facing off against the winner of that match. That'll be coming up next in about 28 minutes, and again, 5-0 win for Poland. What else can you say? Really solid stuff from seed number 2. It's what you want to see out of your top-seeded teams, right? Is very easily winning these early-stage matchups